Hello again, boys and girls. All right. Um, hmm, Okie dokie. All right, so let's add the groups. Okay. All right, for the first one. So we have Denise and Victoria Cabrera. You can choose stereotype of men or of men or women.
Women.
Okay, tell us the stereotype and tell us your opinion. What's the stereotype you found about women? Yes.
Hola, ¿me escucho? Sí.
Yes.
Women are more emotional.
Uh-huh. And what is your opinion on that?
Creo que Denise está hablando, ¿no?
No, that wasn't Denise. Or yes.
Hola. I think can generalize. ¿Cómo se dice?
Generalize.
Yeah, generalize, but it's mostly true.
Can you think of why? Or give me an example. It's mostly true. How can you see this? Victoria?
No entiendo.
No. Like, okay.
¿Quiere que le dé un
Well,
ejemplo?
uh-huh. Like, okay, if we're
Pero
thinking,
tampoco le doy un ejemplo de cómo una mujer llora.
oh, like for example, you can say like we have when we talk to men and women, like it's more frequent to hear a woman was crying than a man, right? Doesn't mean it's correct, but it's more frequent.
For example, when they are ¿cómo se dice logros?
Oh,
Este,
their achievements.
Ajá, eso, achievement of the children.
Nah, yeah. Like some fathers from experience just go like, good job.
The expression is different.
Yeah. Like more empathy, maybe. Yeah. Right on. Good job. Okay, from Cecilia, Angelica, and Victoria Salinas. Men or women? Okay. What's a stereotype you found about men?
Stereotype of man is the man is the strongest and always keep his emotion to himself.
Okay. And what do you think about that? Maybe one of your partners can help you too. What is your opinion about that stereotype?
Because he's the man of the house and he's a good emotions with the situation is difficult.
All right. Right on, Cecilia. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Okay, let's go for a group Angie, Antonella Vera, Francisco. Men or women?
Okay. What is stereotype?
Mhm.
Stereotype is an imagen, idea or notion that a social group has about another.
Okay. Very good. And what's a stereotype you found?
In the personality, assuming that men or women will have a certain personality.
For example,
The woman is triste, ¿cómo se dice triste?
sad.
Ajá. No, frágil.
Oh, okay, fragile.
Ajá, the woman is very fragile,
Mhm.
que no.
Okay, that she's more fragile than men. Yeah,
Man.
that's a stereotype. Very good. And for your group, Angie, maybe Antonella or Francisco, what is your opinion about that? That the women is more fragile than men?
Well, I have another stereotype.
Mhm.
That the women are housewives and must take care of children, for example, and housework.
And what do you think about that?
Maybe in the time this is changed as the last time.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a very good point, Francisco, because stereotypes, they don't appear out of nowhere. They come from tradition, they come from older generations, right?
Yes.
So, very good. Like at one point, that was maybe the norm, but today, it's a
Yes.
different world. Right on, Francisco, right on. Let's go with the last group. Let me have, let me have, okay. Andrea Maldonado, Diana, Yomarly. What, men or women?
Men.
Okay, what's the stereotype you found about men?
Men are strong than women.
Okay, they are stronger.
Yes, stronger.
And what do you think
Men-
about that? Uh-huh.
Men are good at sport and competitive.
Okay, okay. That's another good point. And what is your opinion about that?
It's true.
But explain a little bit more.
I don't like sports.
Okay.
But the worst.
Mhm, mhm. All right. I mean that's a good point. But like Diana, maybe do you know other women that like sports or practice sports?
Mm, a few.
Mhm, mhm.
I think no, no.
I'll tell you
My
like uh-huh.
my friends, no,
Not a lot. Okay,
no.
okay. All right. Fair enough. But that's a good thing, like being competitive, yeah? Mhm, mhm. Okay, so we were doing all of this so we can introduce the topic. Good job to the groups. If I didn't get to hear your group this time, you're gonna do something for the next one, okay? So don't worry. Now, we have the following, okay? So, okay. So what is the activity? Sorry, just a minute. Okay. Let's go. So you have a reading, okay? So the topic today is a bit about stereotypes, gender stereotypes for men and women. Now, you have an activity. Remember, this is S3B. Here you have it. You have about the two. You're gonna read this conversation. Sorry, you're gonna read these articles and you're gonna answer the 4 questions. Okay? Answer the 4 questions individually. You can write on a piece of paper, take notes, okay? And then we compare together. Maybe, wait a moment, please. Fiorella? Jair?
Yes, teacher.
Jair, can you help us read the 4 questions?
Yes, the one is what was the stereotype that the research wants to investigate.
Mhm.
2 is where was the research done. 3, how was the research done? And 4 is was the research show.
Nice. So you're gonna read this too, and you have to answer these 4 questions, right? All right. Let's roll with 10 minutes. Okay. So 10 minutes to read, boys and girls.
So we read and we answer that question, right?
Yeah. But the way you answer, Andrea, there is not an activity in the Moodle. You can just like take notes or just write on your phone. So you have the answers. Then we're gonna ask. All right, boys and girls, do we have the answers to the questions? Yes? Okay. All right. Perhaps Andrea Lozada, can you help us with question number 1?
Okay. Moment. Yeah. What was the stereotype that the researchers wanted to investigate? That women talk too much than men, and between women have conversation about trivial topics.
Excellent. And okay, next up for details, where was the research done? Maybe, I don't know, Jillian, where was the research done? Jillian, do you have it?
Well, the research is written
Bye.
by the University of Arizona.
Yes, great catch. Andrea Maldonado, how was the research done?
Okay, in the study, hundreds of university students were filled which record, and the total number of words they used during the day was the content.
Very good, very good. And also, okay, and the last part. What did the research shows? What were the conclusions? All right, Angelica, is your microphone working again or not yet? No? Mm. Fiorella, what about you? Do you have the answer? What did the research shows?
Okay, that the men tell similar words that the woman, but the only conversation of only women tell talk about more things.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Very good. Very good. That's a good thing. Like women move more from topics and topics. And following in that direction, what are the conversation topics? Anybody else? Maybe Andrea Maldonado? What are the conversation topics? Like what do men and women usually talk about?
About the fashion, family problems.
Mhm. That's women. Very good. And men usually?
About sport.
Yeah. Sports, work, cars, and women. I mean, that's a stereotype, but that's what the study found. Okay, so let's take a break right now, boys and girls. Take your 15 minutes. And when we come back, we're gonna do a vocabulary activity based on that reading, okay? So I'll see you in 15. Enjoy your break. All right. So, hello again. If you haven't, remember, camera stays on, you know that. In the meantime, all right, so before we continue, let's take a second to wrap it up, okay? So, what did we talk about today, right? So, in that question, you gotta answer what we talked about today. Give me details, give us information, you know, what you did, what we talked about, all right? Answer that in the chat. I'll give you around 4 minutes, okay? You don't have to answer, you know, with an entire paragraph, but some details would be appreciated. Okay, so let's check some of your answers, okay? Angelica, is your microphone working again? A little bit, yes. Okay, Angelica. Angelica, Fiorella, Marcelo. Read your answers, please.
Okay, Mr. Aquí está. We talk about the pronunciation and stereotype of women or men.
Nice, Angelica. Fiorella and then Marcelo.
Yo soy, perdón, Mister, yo soy Fiorella la que hablé.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I was waiting for, okay. Angelica and then Marcelo. Angelica,
Okay, ¿me escucha?
I hear you.
Okay, today we have talked about the stereotypes that society has imposed for each gender.
Gender. Yes, Angelica. Okay, good job. Marcelo, Cecilia, Andrea Maldonado.
We did activities on the platform where we talk about stereotypes, specifically in men and women.
Specifically. Right,
Um,
Marcelo.
we are
Cecilia,
talking
Andrea.
We
Sorry?
are talking about the stereotype of men and women.
Andrea, a stereotype or stereotype?
Stereotype.
Yes. All right, Cecilia.
Today we did several listening activities and talk about stereotypes of women and men.
Very good, very good. Karen, Denise, Anthony.
Today we talked about stereotypes. We did activities on the platform and about vocabulary.
And me.
Yes.
Today we talk about stereotypes that women speak much more than men, and they also have many more topics or conversation. And we also made a vocabulary in which there were very similar words. Thanks.
We
Good job.
practice listening in activity, and we talk about stereotype of women and women.
Right, right. Good job. Micaela, Diana, Leticia.
Today we mainly talk about the social stereotypes that are placed on people. We mentioned some, we also work with listening exercise on the platform.
Right, hold on.
We talk about stereotype of women and men, listening and pronunciations, and reading about the investigation of a stereotype.
Nice, well done.
Today we talk about stereotype of women and men vocabulary. We do an exercise on the platform about pronunciation.
Well done. Okay. Now, Domenica Altamirano, did I mention? Okay, Andrea Largacha, Victoria Salinas, Victoria Cabrera.
Okay,
We
first
talk
we did,
about
Oh, okay, Domenica and then the order, okay, Domenica?
okay, we talk about stereotype and also gender stereotypes.
It's true. Andrea?
first we did some activities about the topic of the last class, and then we talk about the stereotypes.
Simple enough, right on, Andrea. Victoria Salinas, Victoria Cabrera, Antonella.
Today we talk about stereotypes and practice exercise listening and writing.
All right, well done.
Today we talk about stereotypes
exercise on the platform about pronunciation.
Yes.
We talked about stereotypes of men and women and about the pronunciation of certain similar words.
Nice.
We talk about stereotypes of men and women. We carry out reading and listening activities of the platform.
Very good. Javier, Jair, Ronald.
In today's class, we talk about stereotypes of men and women and do activities and vocabulary.
Very good.
In
Very good.
today's class, we talk about stereotypes. For example, the idea that a man has to be less emotional than a woman. And we also worked on exercise on the platform in our groups and in our groups.
Nice.
Today we saw that is a stereotype for both men and women to listen and read the stereotype, and we answer question.
All right, very good. Boris, Angie, Lisbeth.
In today's class, we talk about stereotypes such as men being stronger than women.
Today we work on listening and transcribing that the audio sign activities on the platform, also about the stereotypes of men and women. We work on reading and writing.
We did activity on the platform. We talking about story types, especially in men and women. We working and listening, and describe what about side activity on the platform. Sorry. Thank you.
Good job. Okay. All right. And now, so we're already clear on this. Let's see what's next. Okay, boys and girls. So we're gonna practice a bit of vocabulary, okay? This is vocabulary from the reading. So, All right, give me just a second so I can share with you the screen. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to show, but like I'm having some difficulties with that. assume. Mm, all right. This. So this is vocabulary taken from the reading. Okay. So we're gonna practice together. Oh shoot, sorry. We're gonna practice together before you can do an activity with the same vocabulary, okay? So look at the first one. The temperature today is cooler than it was yesterday. Which of these words can help complete it? What do you think? Mhm. Anybody? Which of these words can complete the first one?
Almost.
Yes. Okay. So what about number 2? How about this? Take a minute to answer 2 and 3, and then we check together, okay? Okay. Denise, how can you do number 2?
According to?
Yeah, but can you read the complete thing?
The new study, according to that regular exercise can improve cognitive function in older adults.
Okay, but the thing is, Denise, according to goes before the thing, like according to National Geographic, right? Sharks deserve a whole week. So it can be according to. What other option can you consider?
Thank you.
Not,
Skeptical. Skeptical of being skeptical of that's regular.
it's actually this one. Why? Because you need an action. The new study, what? D cannot be considered because it's a new study. So if I say 10, then it should be tens is third person. So that's why C is not possible. Now, the connector. When we have that, normally we have a verb before. Like people think that, da-da-da. Okay, so what about number 3?
A, whereas.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Let me. Yes. Okay, let's try another one. Boys and girls. Same thing. Take your time and then we check together. I'll give you around 1 to 2 minutes. I love that we already got ahead of the curve. Beautiful. Okay, let's hear Antonella. Yeah, Antonella, can you read number 1?
The weather forest it's
Forecast.
forecast it's going to rain heavily this afternoon,
And the answer is?
according to
Yes. All right. Anthony, can you read number 2?
Hello, Miss.
Hi.
He has always been skeptical of.
Nice. Francisco, can you read number 3?
Yes, the company CEO claimed that the new product will revolutionize the industry.
Awesome. All right. Okay. And the last one. Same thing, 2 minutes and we check. Okay. Subtle, real subtle. Jair, help us with the first one.
The first is zip range from the price of this house range from 100 to 1 million is this neighborhood.
Nice. Very good. Okay, let's see, Diana, next one.
The people, according to procrastinate, often find it difficult to meet deadlines.
Not according to. Tend to is to have the tendency to do something. So people who tend to procrastinate, they have difficulties, completing deadlines. Karen, the last one.
According to the popular belief, cats can be trained just like dogs if you use positive reinforcement techniques.
Positive reinforcement techniques. Can you say it again? Karen, can you repeat it? Positive
Reinforcement.
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 Yes, nice. All right. So now that you get the vocabulary, let's practice it. This is in your platform. So let me open it. Okay. So let me show you. This exercise is called 1D. So you have the vocabulary here, and you have to connect it with the definitions. Okay. That's the activity, all right? It's open. You get 10 minutes, and then we check together.
Teacher,
¿Cuándo sale la actividad?
no aparece. El profe no aparece.
1D, are you sure?
No, mister. No aparece.
Wait a second. Okay, try again. 1D, match definitions.
Ahora sí.
Okay. Okay, so now that you finish this vocabulary activity, right? So let's just check together. So what did you find is an adverb that says really?
In fact.
Very good. To make less is to? Very good. Reduce. 3, to do it, to usually do it.
Tend to.
Uh-huh. A little bit.
Slightly.
Yes. Linking word that we use to connect to ideas that are different.
Whereas.
Whereas.
Very good. To say that something is true.
Claim.
Claim.
Claim. As said or shown by something.
According.
To. According to. In this case, I think it was just according, but yeah. A verb that includes several things in addition to the ones mentioned.
Reinforce.
Nearly.
Almost.
Almost.
Not completely believed or doubted.
Being skeptical of.
Yes. All right. That's how it goes. I want to show you a little video. That's the topic for today. So I'm going to show you a video and then we're going to check together. Okay. So make sure you can watch.
Mister, I can hear.
Oh my God, you're correct. Let's go again.
We use this when we are talking about a real place or experience, but we don't specify which one. For example, if I say, Sarah works at a school in Boston. Do we know which school exactly? No. We do know that she works at some school, a real physical place. The definite article is the. We use this when we are talking about a specific place or experience. So we could say Brian works at the school on Main Street. This would mean that there is only one school on this street, and so we know which exact school Brian works in. The last situation is to use no article. This is used to describe a general idea. I could say, school is very important. Here, we aren't talking about a real place. It just means that in general, this concept of having schools and going to school is important. We can also use experiences and not places. So if I say I'm going to a concert, it means some concert, but I didn't specify which one. If I say I'm going to the concert, this means that you already know which concert I'm talking about, or I've already mentioned it. If I say I like concerts, it means that in general, I like this type of event, but we're not talking about any real concert. Like I said before, there are many other smaller rules about certain situations where we use either the indefinite article, the definite article, or no article. But with this basic explanation, you should be able to understand a majority of the situations with articles. Thank you for watching.
All right. So that's basically an and that, and the no article. So let's go again so we can see with examples. Sorry. Okay. Let's look at the first one. Here we're using and an. All right. Let's read the examples. Lisbeth, can you help us reading examples 1 and 2? Ronald, can you read 3 and 4? Yes, Lisbeth. Your microphone, Lisbeth.
Okay, mister. One, ¿verdad?
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Can you read them, please? I saw
I saw an old man with a dog. 2, it is a nice house. She is a lawyer.
Lawyer.
Lawyer, sorry.
Don't worry. Ronald, 3 and 4.
What an awful day. I have class there times a week. Oh, well, a week.
A week. Okay. Now, in this case, why do we use and an? To talk about what? Um,
It use and before it sounds vowel.
Nice. So like if we have, in this case, an awful day, we cannot say a awful day, an awful day, right? That's a good point. And an, they talk about what amount? When we say an, are we talking about how many? Is this plural or singular?
Singular.
Singular.
That's the idea, right? Now, the video said it, but also what do you notice here when we say an old man, a nice house, a lawyer, an awful day, a week? What are these things? Old man, lawyer, day, house, week. What are they? Are they verbs? Are they adjectives? Are they adverbs? Are they nouns? What are they? What do you think?
Adjective.
Not quite. Adjectives give you like characteristic like beautiful, smart, intelligent.
Nouns.
Nouns. So we use them to talk about nouns. But what is specific about these nouns? Are they specific or are they general?
Specific.
Are they?
General.
Yeah, imagine this. You're talking and you say, I saw a dog. General thing, a dog. You don't say the type of dog it is. First time you mention it. That's another way to remember it. Can be used to talk about, say, things for the first time. Like you're telling a story and you tell your partner, well, you tell your friend, I got a book, right? I bought a book. This is the first time I'm introducing the idea, so it's going to be general. But what happens when it's the second time I mentioned it? That is when we use the following. That. Look at how the examples change. The same idea. I saw an old man with a dog. A dog, the first time I mention it, right? You don't know it, so it's general. But then the second time, the dog was barking. Yeah? So that will refer to something that is general or that is specific. What do you think?
Specific.
So always remember, when you are talking about something for the first time, you use a or an, right? Like, again, you talk about food, experiences at work, a job, anything. If it's the first time, a and an. Right? You're telling people, oh yeah, I bought a new t-shirt. Yeah, how was it? Well, the t-shirt was super cheap, right? It goes like that. In the case of the, if a and an are singular, what happens with the? Is the singular or plural or both?
Both.
Okay, but there is a third version. What happens if I don't need to use and the? In these cases, I don't have to. For example, love women, right? These are what we call like concepts, right? It's not a specific one. It's too, how can I say, too abstract, too general. You talk about emotions, you talk about feelings, right? You don't say I love, no, love. When you're talking about like feelings and emotions, they are not countable. So yeah. And in this case, women usually talk more than men. Again, the idea is super general, right? I'm talking about things. So, work is important, money is something that everybody needs, right? What is another case when we don't use articles? What is this at, from? What are they? Mhm. What are at and from? At, from, down, up, away. What are they? Anybody remembers? Pre. I think I saw Diana say it. Yes. Prepositions don't connect with articles. Never. You're never going to say under, the from. No. If you have a preposition, you cannot have articles. Okay. And the last case, time expressions, right? Next Friday, last week, yesterday. In those cases, you don't need them. Okay, and that's the story. So why don't we practice? All right, sorry, just a minute. Okay. First, you have this exercise, so you can practice. You're gonna choose the best option to complete the sentences. Look at number 2. I'm going on holiday Saturday. The next Saturday, or a next Saturday is a time expression. So, okay. So you have the activity 2 minutes, do it, and we check together, okay? All right, let's see the answers together. Lisbeth, what do you have for number 1?
Lift.
Nice. Fiorella, number 3?
Perdón, no podía activar el audio. Yo puse the computer.
Yeah, that's right. Javier, 4?
Yo, ¿aló? ¿Me escucho?
Yes.
4. Yo puse an email. Do you know how to send an email?
Right, Javier, very good. Andrea Gargacha, 5?
Money.
And 6, Yomarli. Hmm? Yes, the nicest. All right. Okay. So that's to practice. So now we can jump to the platform. Okay. 2 activities are gonna be open. Okay. So in the first one, you have to complete with the expression. So you put it article, no article, and the, all right, depending. Okay. Have you heard this joke? A space, man with a space, dog, walk into a space, bar. All right. And depending on what I think, I move the letters. Okay.
Si no va nada, es Ryan.
This. Mhm. Okay. The other one, click the correct answers. Jess is nurse or a nurse?
A nurse.
Nurse.
In a hospital. Now, a or the hospital?
The hospital.
The hospital is around.
Nice. And that's how it goes, okay? The 2 are open. Activity 2A and activity 1A. Let me know if you see them. Do you see them?
Grammar Bank 1A.
Yes. And 2A, the 2 things, all right. So, okay. Let's try to do it maybe in 15 minutes. And then we check, okay? All right. Okay. All right, guys. So now that you finish that, we're moving to another way. No, so we can apply this. Let me show you. What are you gonna do? Okay. So in this activity, you have following. So now that you are so now that we already like practice a lot with articles, we're gonna do a bit more application. So the activity is called challenging gender stereotypes. You're gonna have some gender stereotypes that you have to address. And in this activity, you're going to do the following. So what you're going to do is basically take the articles, right? And you have to use them to answer some questions. In this activity, you have 5 scenarios with stereotypes, right? You're going to take, from these 5, you're going to take 2, and you're going to give your opinion about that. So for example, let's just read them first. Number 1 says, women should be physically attractive and follow certain beauty standards. Men are naturally aggressive and better suited for physically demanding jobs. Men are not supposed to be interested in or skilled at activities traditionally associated with women, like cooking or childcare. Women are overly emotional and can't handle a stress or leadership position. Women are expected to be nurturing and caring, prioritizing their families over their careers. So you have 5 gender stereotypes, right? You're going to choose 2. You're going to write your opinion on them. So I chose number 3, about how men are not supposed to be interested in activities that are associated with women, like cooking and childcare. Men should learn how to cook and provide childcare because these are essential skills for people to have, not just women. Okay? So if you notice, I'm not using an article here, right? And yeah, just do it naturally, right? Answer, use and the appropriately, depending on what you want to say. And I put your names here. Okay, so how many ideas you gotta take?
Two idea.
Nice. And you write your what? Mm-hmm. The answer you're looking for is opinion. Okay. So let's see. Link is in the chat, boys and girls. Let's go with 10 minutes. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go by just checking some of your answers, okay? This is Andrea Largachas. Nice. You can also say instead of guided, you can also say it doesn't have to be, just focused or, measured, observed, but just physique. Okay.
No
Good
terminé
job.
la hoja.
All right, keep doing it, keep doing it. Angelica Loja. Okay, look, in this case, Angelica, you don't need to say the men, because remember, when it's the first time you mention the idea, don't use that, just men. In our society, often feel pressure to conform to aggressive stereotypes, which may not reflect their true nature. Yeah, that's true. Right, Angelica? Angie? Okay. Okay. Fair enough, Angie. Good point. Anthony? Okay, maybe not strength jobs, maybe jobs that require strength or physically demanding jobs, Anthony. Men are as efficient. Boris. Good point, Boris. Cecilia. Nice. Right on, Cecilia. Denise. Okay, fair enough, Denise. Studying. Diana. Right, Diana. Domenica. Right, Domenica. Antonella, why so pasty? That's a good take. Fiorella. That's fair, Fiorella. Right, Francisco. Jair. That's a good point. Okay. Karen. All right, Karen, good job. All right. Lisbeth. The dream they chose. They choose, sorry. All right, Lisbeth. Right, Marcelo. What the heck? Oh, forget about that. All right, Victoria. Not in the home, at home. Yeah. Victoria Salinas. Story finished. Yes. Robalino. Okay, that's a good point. Right, Javier. And Micaela. All right. and llamarlo. All right. Good job with the use of articles, guys. Nice. Awesome, awesome. Okay, wait a minute. Where do I? Okay. So one more time. Just to close, what did we cover in the second half of the class? Question to answer in the chat, boys and girls. What did we cover in the second half of the class? This was when we did the grammar point. Okay, so take some time, answer that question shortly, briefly, and if you can give me an example, even better. So, and that will be our closer.
Respondemos en el chat.
Yeah. All right. Seeing some of the answers, I'm gonna ask for a couple to read them, okay? Denise, yeah, let's start with Denise. Denise, can you read your answer?
Okay, in this part of the class, we know when you use and or no article.
Nice, nice. Anthony, can you read yours?
Hello, mister. We worked on some words. We had to put them with their definition. From there, review the dependent articles. What about stereotypes? Stereotypes. Sorry.
Nice, nice, nice. Well done. Dominic Altamirano, can you read yours?
We learn about the use of definite and indefinite articles. For example, I saw a book that I like in Mr. Books and the book looked quite interesting.
Nice. That's a very good example. And let's go with one more. Maybe Boris.
We talk about gender stereotypes and when we use a or an or another article.
Yes. Also remember there's an option to not use any articles, right? Okay. Good job, everybody. We're gonna call it here. Expect the new Flipgrids to be posted today. Also, don't forget to continue checking. We don't see each other tomorrow because we have voting. So vote, be a responsible citizen. And yeah, that should be about it. I hope you have a beautiful week and I'll be seeing you around next Saturday. Okay? Stay safe, everybody. Take care.
Nos vemos la próxima, mister.
Bye,
Cuídese.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
You too.
Disfruta el feriado.
You too. Feriado. I have to travel.
Por no
Bye,
voy.
guys.
Thank you, Mr.
Teacher,
Thank you, guys.
hola teacher, ¿me escucha?
Javier, what's up?
Sí, teacher, no, era para lo que le había escrito, no sé si no
Okay,
le había
okay,
llegado
okay.
el mensaje. Quería saber si
Eh,
mañana usted nos puede, mañana que no vamos a estar haciendo nada más que votar, entonces, responsablemente, entonces quería saber si podía activarlos.
Okay, let me run it by my coordinator and I'll let you know. Maybe I can open it for like 2 or 3 hours so you can do what you're missing.
Teacher,
Mister,
le quería también hacer una pregunta. Verá, yo el día que comenzó el curso de inglés, los 2 primeros días, que fue el sábado y el domingo, de las primeras clases, yo no pude entrar porque tuve problemas con el sistema y yo tuve que comunicarme después con el señor porque la plataforma no me respondía. Yo pensé que, bueno, no había clase. De nuevo me contacté, pero ya era como que había pasado el tiempo de las horas de clase y esas actividades, las que pude contestar, las contesté que quedaban digamos, para la noche. Esas yo las
Okay.
pude contestar, pese a que no me conecté. Pero hay otras que sí se podría hacer posible para poderlas activar también, para poderlas realizar
Okay.
el día de mañana.
Yeah, let me find about Julisbeth Guamán and Javier Robalino. Okay.
Sí, en mi
Y
caso,
Victoria
a ver,
Cabrera, doctor, o sea, para no molestarlo mucho, por el grupo nos podría comunicar como que las horas en las que va a dejar el lapso de horas en las que va a dejar abiertas las actividades, para que las abra de una vez para...
sí, como para no estar los 5
Okay.
mensajes que van a llegar después.
Ajá.
Okay, okay.
Gracias.
Let me find that out and we talk later, okay?
Sí, igual en mi
Mister.
caso es el bloque 3A por si acaso.
Yeah, I
Sí,
remember that day
mister,
you
por
had
favor.
the emergency.
Yo también, Andrea Maldonado, 3A también.
Lo mío es lo de la 4A y 1B de la semana pasada, la 3A. Ajá.
Mister, lo mío es el 1A y el 1A en negro, las que no se
Yeah,
pudieron.
workbook.
Mister,
Workshop.
el día
Blanco y
domingo,
negro.
el día
It's called
domingo,
workbook.
el día domingo recuerda que yo le dije que iba a faltar. Ya también me pasaron unos links y ya los estaba haciendo para que después me los revise.
Eso le iba a indicar, teacher. Ya lo dejamos ir, teacher. Han pasado 3 minutos. Eso le iba a indicar. Ustedes ese día domingo trabajaron, yo me comuniqué con una compañera y me dijo que trabajaron un documento así compartido en grupo y 2 links que usted envió, que son las capturas que están en el grupo. Entonces, el domingo para poderle enviar.
Okay, that too. All right. To see what you're missing from that activity. Okay. All right, kids. Have a beautiful one. Let me run this by my coordinators and I'll send you a message later, okay?
Okay. Individual message or
No, I'm gonna go individually because then the rest of the group is gonna get like
yeah, okay.
frightened. So, okay.
Okay.
All right, kids. Talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
Stay safe.
Thank you.